Apparently DigDat showed no reaction when the guilty verdict was read out early this week, and he'll be sentenced later this year and faces at least 20 years in jail. Big up the UK Drills Reddit page and Chris Summers. We've got some more details on the breakdown of this trial and how it played out. Some interesting stuff has been released. A detective constable who led the investigation said this was a savage attack. The victim was requiring emergency surgery after being shot in the body, mouth and head, and the verdict in this case shows the violent criminality would never be tolerated on London streets. DigDat is a highly dangerous individual who at the time of the shooting had only just been released from prison after serving time for a separate offence.
Approachable, innit? Like, I don't have no knife on me, I ain't got no mash. I'm driving through my hood. If you violate me, then I'm gonna come back and spray up your whole shebang, you get me? Just know the pattern.
So apparently DigDat borrowed a BMW from a friend to make 2 trips on consecutive nights from his father's home in Deptford, South London to Ladbroke Grove. Miss Beck said the detectives had analysed AMPR and ULEZ camera footage and cell site mobile phone evidence and found out DigDat was driving a BMW with the number plate on the screen. At 9:55 PM on Sunday the 19th November 2023, he set out in a BMW from Shoreditch, but at 10:30 PM near Old Street he had a flat tyre and had to call a tyre fitting company to fix it. He carried on driving and was in Ladbroke Grove by 1 AM. The jury was shown CCTV footage of a man walking through the street around 1:10 AM where the stolen Audi A4 had been left the day before. The man cannot be identified from the CCTV, but whoever he is, the prosecution case says he is assisting with arrangements for this drive-by shooting that occurred. He goes to collect the used car in the shooting. Although DigDat is in this trial alone, there were at least 2 people in the car at the time of this shooting at 1:54 AM because one person was driving and at least 6 shots were fired through the open window of the rear passenger side of the car. The jury was even shown CCTV footage of the stolen Audi driving around the area from 1:10 AM to 1:54 AM, and one explanation for the routes taken, the occupants were looking for the victim, in this case Striker's car. She said the evidence suggested that after the shooting at around 2:15 AM, DigDat was back in a BMW and drove back across London, arriving at his father's flat in Deptford around 3 AM. They analysed call data records and suggested DigDat had only spent an hour, a surprisingly short time in Deptford area, before driving all the way to his girlfriend Yasmin Martin, the other side of London, arriving there at 4:58 AM. He had dropped someone back off in Deptford before he drove up to his girlfriend's home. Who knows? DigDat not only did not give evidence, he gave no common answers in his police interviews and did not provide a prepared statement. The only insight given into his version of events was a question his barrister asked a witness during the trial. DigDat's girlfriend at the time of the offence was Yasmin Martin, an influencer. Her mother Claudia lived in Beethoven Street in the area where the stolen Audi was abandoned. When she gave evidence at the trial, she was asked whether her daughter's boyfriend DigDat might have turned up at 1:30 on that night, November 2023, to collect a large gold chain, believed to be the same one he wears on many of his Instagram posts and in the video for pink notes after leaving it on the sofa while hanging out with Yasmin. Apparently it's clear from analysing footage from his mobile phone that his girlfriend's mother's home was not normally one of the areas that DigDat spent most of his time. Cell sites serve W11 and W10 postcodes are not the top 10 most used cell sites during the 6 months between 27th of June 2023 and the 4th of December 2023. They had said, "You may think this is expected as most young couples wanting to spend time with each other are unlikely to choose and do so in the presence of her mother when she had her own flat." I think they're kind of confused why he had went there. They may be suggesting that DigDat, after doing that shooting, panicked a little bit after and went to somewhere where the police wouldn't look for him. They'd go to his house, they'd go to his girlfriend's house and track her, but the mother's house maybe he wouldn't be expected to be, and he was going to get his jury. She added, the second gun in the case was found in DigDat's bedroom in Deptford on the 16th of February 2024. It was hidden in the side of a Nike Jordan Flight designer shoot box. It was a Turkish-made blank firing pistol which converted into firing live ammunition. The magazine contained 8 bullets described as resembling a Glock. In a prepared statement, DigDat had denied it was a gun and said he had no idea how it got in his bedroom. One of the most dramatic moments in the trial came in February 26th during a legal argument over whether to allow evidence on YouTube.
Free my man, innit? We can't be having innocent
bread. Yeah, of course, my man's
cool. My mom took him out. They nicked someone for man shooting, innit?
Yeah.
These times I'm just here thinking, what? Like, who? You get me?
Yeah.
Cause like, you get me? I'm just thinking who.
know,
So when I heard that they bagged my man,
This M10 got a string attached, fully auto, flick it back.
Yeah.
I was shocked. I was thinking, bro, man's from West. This youth's from South.
Yeah.
Free my man, innit? We can't be having innocent
Yeah, of course.
bears.
My man's innocent.
And you know what it is?
You know what I'm saying?
The truth will always come out. And man got cornered and whatnot. Like, and man was just healing mad miraculously. I thought to myself, nah, man, I need to, you get me? Like, man started hitting me up like, yo, you're the, bro, this is like a 50 Cent thing. Even my mum said it to me.
Especially a courtroom like the Old Bailey, the most serious court. I didn't think this would make it there. So basically, Bouncer, DigDat's former manager, and Striker, the victim in this case, did an interview, a podcast together, and Striker, the victim, says he doesn't even think DigDat had done it. And this was going to come into court to try and back DigDat, but the recollection of the events he could have had because of what happened to him, and there was arguments about playing this in court. And this is obviously just a YouTube video addressing it. Striker didn't want to himself stand up in court and testify, and Striker also didn't want to cooperate or talk to the police at all outside of court.
There's no way you can be on the roads. And this is a message to DigDat's friends as well. Every single one of you lot are fake. You're all fake, man. You're all fake. It's called a spade, you're fake. If you saw Striker go online with man saying he's innocent, Striker saying he's innocent. Striker has said he's innocent multiple times. This is a person that's been shot 8 times. Yeah? And none of you, yeah, has reached out to a man to give a man some paper and say, bro, go court and go on this dock and say it wasn't my man. None of you lot have done that. None of you lot ain't even attempted to try to do that. But this person's a real you, and this person's a real you, bruv. You're all fake, man. Like, most people talk about the roads in the streets and like, this is what you lot, bro, you're not built for this. Like, you're not built for it. And guys, it's not cool to be a road you. The guy, and it's sad, guys, it's sad. You gotta understand.
Regardless of what people said online, they got their evidence through various forms, and DigDat, they're saying he's going to get at least 20 years, but let's see what his defense put forward on his sentencing. This is the second time now. Of course, he went jail when he was 13 for attempted murder with a stabbing, and this time round it was using a gun.
Young and I'm rich, what they see is this trip, they don't know about them stabbings. And I've made mum cry, I can see it in her eyes. Still remember all them courts that you sat in. And she told me the road's not nice. Slips on his friend and they both got life. Feel like I have to bang up till morning, yawning, exercise yard in your Jordans. Now they're saying that I changed, but it ain't me. Is it cause I put thousands on the AP? CVs and my teeth shit's brazy, and I got peng things trying to have my baby. Save me, DigDat, can't let her claim me. Jump out Lambo, that ain't no Mercedes. If I ever got a heart, bet she hate me.
I made a video yesterday about Fumes the Engineer responding to Young Spray, calling them out for rappers going on platforms talking about certain things and benefiting from it. You can watch that video, I'll leave a link at the end.